Hello everybody, Shadow here, and welcome back to the 100 Line Last Defense Academy. We are looking for an idea for a gift for Gaku, who has basically said he will only fight if we pay him, but we don't have money. Got any ideas? I peeked into the war room and saw Hiroko typing something on the computer with a serious look on her face. What are you doing, Hiroko? I'm looking over footage of past battles and making a record.
Huh?
A record?
Oh.
A record of how many invaders and which commanders we took out. Basically, I'm creating objective data detailing how much we've contributed to this war. She's even doing administrative work. She might be hard to get along with, but she's certainly brilliant and capable. Isn't that a lot of work? Obviously. You think I want to do this boring work? Well, I don't, but it's still important. We need to keep these kind of records. Or they might try to shortchange us when it comes to our reward when the war is over. Reward? Didn't I mention it? These invaders have a pretty nice bounty on their heads. That's what Surrey said, at least. I feel like that's critical information. If that's true, then we're not fighting for free. That's why I'm documenting all of this for you, so that doesn't happen. So there are rewards for taking out the invaders. I might be able to use this information later when I'm trying to get Gaku on board. By the way, do you know if there's anything Gaku might want? Huh? Sorry, never mind. She's like, why are you wasting my time talking about scum? All right. Left or right? Left or right? Left or right? I'll go right this time. One turn. Two turns. That means we've already gone halfway around. Which means we have taken the wrong way. Three turns. Four turns. Did I seriously? Because so that time it's somewhat accurate. Okay, cool. Fantastic. I always pick the wrong direction. Look, Takumi, look what I found. What's that? A surgical scalpel. I was wandering around some ruins when I found an old hospital. I rummaged through the debris and excavated a whole surgery kit. I can't believe I found such a nice blade. It must be my lucky day. Just think how much easier I can do my cutting. I'm sorry, you're cutting? Durumi swung the scalpel around as she ran down the hallway. She's acting like a psychotic slasher. Fantastic! Hey there, pal! Huh? Something Gaku might want. What about some needles and thread?
Huh?
Needles and thread? Apparently Gaku's good at sewing. And I don't seem like no amateur. Once he looked at the embroidery on my jacket and got all worked up. It was all like, not bad oh gosh, I have a choice here. Do I just say it in Takemaru's voice? Or do I try to voice Takemaru voicing Gaku? I don't even know what that would sound like. He was all like, not bad embroidery, but I could do something like that, easy. That was a choice. So Gaku can sew. I'm surprised that Gaku has such a domestic side to him. Where do you think he learned how to sew? Well, he's the oldest of a big family. After having to sew up the clothes of his brothers ripped up day in and day out, he just got good at it.
Huh?
But big family? That's not what he told me. He said he was an orphan. Apparently, he's got over 20 siblings. Like, holy shit, right? But I guess every family's got their issues. Wait a second. Maybe those are the other foster kids living in the group home. But if that's the case, turns out he's got a family after all. I should make a note of this. Gaku's got a family of foster siblings. Right. Hello, Eito. What do we got in here? A present for Gaku? What about clothes? Clothes? I guess his outfits are always patched up. He doesn't have a lot of clothes, or the money to buy more. I see. So he doesn't have the means. So I think he'd be very happy if you gave him clothes. But I can't just bring him any old clothes. It'll have to be something like he likes. If I'm going to get him clothes, I need to research his tastes. Right. How the frick do we do that? Okay, I'm starting to get an idea of what present to get for Gaku. Present for Gaku? Yet we just flash back to this. Gaku's always wearing patched up clothes, so a gift related to clothing might be good. Although, giving him clothes isn't a good plan. I'm sure he has his own taste and style, and the chances of him liking whatever clothes I pick out are low. And he's good at sewing. According to Takamaru, Gaku can sew, and pretty well at that. Then what about giving him a sewing kit? He'd be able to make whatever clothes he wants, and even keep wearing his current clothes by mending them whenever he needs to. True. I searched the Gift-O-Matic for sewing-related gifts. After a few minutes of searching, a sewing kit. A sewing kit with all the tools needed for any project. In the hands of an expert, it's better than a machine. A sewing kit. This looks good. The materials I'll need are needles, thread, scissors, and cotton. That's a lot of materials. Gathering them all is going to be a pain. I was wandering around some ruins when I found an old hospital. I rummaged through the debris and excavated a whole surgery kit. If the place Terumi found was a surgical facility, they might have needles and thread for stitching. It's also sure to have scissors, and if there are medical cotton pads, they might work in place of the cotton. Okay, I'll go exploring tomorrow. I'll have Terumi show me the abandoned hospital so I can gather the materials. Okay. Couldn't we just ask for the surgical kit? Like, we should probably check if we have what we need first. Ready to go find more scalpels for my cutting, Takumi?
Hey!
You mean to look for materials to make Gaku's present, Terumi. Right. Let's go! Right. Who can win? The cutscene or me? Okay, take me to that hospital, Terumi. Okay, but don't get mad at me if I get lost. Okay. I suppose that is a concern. So it looks like we can eventually level up our fire extinguisher because over here there's a level 3 fire and a level 4 fire there. So yeah. Okay. Alright. Well, we'll take the 4. Perfect. I can't see. Sure, we'll take the 4 again. Let's take the 1 so we actually get something. Let's look for a circuit breaker. We got some cable.
Yes!
Nice. You find a sword embedded in a stone. It looks hard to pull out, but who knows what'll happen if you succeed. Pull the sword! Okay, we took damage, but we got the bartenderish sword. Fascinating.
Real nice.
Okay. Take a large pumpkin. Sure. Small drone stuck in a tree. Climb up and get it. Barely working motor.
Yes!
Alright. Let's take a 3. See a deer eating tree bark. Let's offer it some food. We got some tree bark!
We did it.
Sick! And then we can go 3 and get the needles, thread, scissors, and cotton. Sick. All right, I got all the materials. Okay, can we go home then? I'm getting bored. I just want to go back to my room and play depressing eroges. You have some of those? You have something you can play games on in your room? I'm jealous. All right. Let's make this sewing kit. Yes, the sewing kit's done. I immediately headed to Gaku's room with a newly made gift. All right. Here's number 2. It doesn't matter how many times you come over. I'm never going to fight those invaders. The only way to convince me is with a sack full of money. The heck is this? A sewing kit? Wait, you're giving this to me? Yeah, I figured you could use this sewing kit to make whatever clothes you wanted. Or you can just keep mending the clothes you already have. You're good at sewing, right? All right, I gotta admit, this is pretty thoughtful. I had just noticed some holes in my clothes. Yes, that's a pretty good reaction. I can tell Gaku's expression is softening. Look, I feel bad saying this after you gave this to me and all, but I still can't fight with you. I'm seriously terrified of those invaders. As you can see, I'm not exactly the big macho Chad type. No, I'm not asking you to fight just in exchange for this gift. More like a gift so I can get a chance to talk to you some more. Gaku, would you mind telling me why you're so against fighting? All right, here goes. Begin persuasion. Let's do it. Why won't I fight? Isn't it obvious? It's because I'm freaking terrified.
I get dragged to this completely insane place, and then they tell me to go fight these monsters? Like, what am I supposed to do?
Fight!
What even are these invaders? They look like they came straight out of a manga. Yeah, no way. Doesn't matter how much you ask, I can't and I won't. I mean, you tell me. How can you guys even bring yourselves to fight them?
You can make bank if you fight. Perfect!
Gaku, if you fight, you can make money.
What? Make money? According to Hiroko, every invader you bag nets you a bounty reward. If you fight the invaders with us, you'll be able to make some serious cash. No freaking way. So you're saying this could be a way out of being broke? No, not just that. We actually have a chance of hitting it big and getting rich. Oh my. Right to 30. Gaku, come fight with us. Let's get through this war and make a ton of cash. I extended my hand and urged him to participate in the coming battles. But Gaku wouldn't take my hand. Instead, he averted his gaze and bit his lip. What's the matter? You don't want money? Yeah, I do. Real bad. You have any idea how long I've been broke? I'd gladly risk my life. No, 2 of my lives for a big payout. But if I decide to fight here and help you take out the invaders, then all those bastards in the Tokyo residential complex would be saved too. Huh? Isn't that a good thing? No way! It's not fair. Not fair? I told you I'm an orphan, right? I grew up poor in a group home. You may not know this, but society pretty much treats you like dirt when you're a poor orphan. No matter how much I asked for help, those jerks in the complex never even gave me the time of day.
They didn't help me, so why should I help them?
You're not helping them, you're helping your siblings.
How is that fair?
Fair? Now's not the time to be thinking about fair. Shut up! You grew up in a happy family. I don't want to hear crap from you. Gaku started breathing heavily as he shut me down. His hatred towards the society that abandoned him is Gaku's true reason for not fighting. He'll never agree to join us until this hatred is addressed.
Hey!
Gaku, I'm here if you want to talk about it. I'd love to know everything you've been through. I decided to ask Gaku about his past to see if I can find a way to change his mind.
You want to know how many jobs I was holding down back in the complex?
Okay.
17.
Oh my
I
gosh.
was working 24/7, 365 days a year. I worked every day until I was about to collapse. and I don't have a single penny to my name.
That
It
doesn't
all went to running
feel
the
like...
group home. I never got any time to myself.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Well, I want to help you.
Shut up! I don't need your help.
Eh.
If you feel sorry for me, then give me money. After that, you can bring me a rich girl with huge knockers. Oh, gosh. It seems like shallow empathy only has the opposite effect. It's no good. I failed. What can I do to get Gaku to fight when he's holding such resentment for the Tokyo residential complex? That's fair. That's fair.
You want to know?
I feel
how
like I'm
many
gonna fail
jobs
every
I was
single
holding down
choice.
back in the complex? 7. I worked every day.
Sounds like you've had it
until I was
hard.
about to collapse.
Oh.
And
Okay, so I just don't say anything.
Sounds like
Shut up! Leave me alone already. If you feel sorry for me, give me money. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I guess there was another choice that I did not
you want to
see.
know how many? 7. I
Every,
worked
sing-
it all
every single
went to running
time
the
I
group
hear him
home.
start,
never
I
got
just think
any
of the
time to
Joker.
myself.
You want to know how I got these scars?
Isn't that messed up? So I asked adults for help to show some love to our home.
Right,
but
right.
we got nothing. Politicians ignored our request for assistance.
Okay.
I went to
right.
companies to ask for donations and got tea thrown
Well,
in my
that
face.
doesn't seem
There's
like
no
a good
way I'm gonna
idea.
help any of them. I wish they'd all die. I will never, ever, ever.
Save your siblings!
save your siblings.
My siblings? Takamaru told me. You're the oldest in the group home, and you have a lot of foster siblings. If the complex gets destroyed, they'll all die. You're fine letting the invaders massacre your entire family? It's a fair point. Gaku felt silent. He seemed rattled. As much as he seems to hate the complex at large, there's no way he'd just abandon his family. He's bound to change his mind once he realizes his siblings are in danger. No, I'm still not fighting. What? Don't you even care if your whole family gets killed? They're not my family. It's not like we're blood related. They're just strangers who happen to live in the same group home as me. What's wrong with you? You may not be blood related, but you're still family. Not only are they not family, they're a huge burden. I've had to suffer my entire life because of those stupid brats. Ugh. Just thinking about it ticks me off. They freaking used me. If it weren't for them, my life wouldn't be as miserable. Those brats can go die, 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 die,
I hope the
die!
invaders kill every single one of those brats.
Oh my! You don't truly mean that! I hope they die! That doesn't feel correct. What's with this guy? Really? I get his anger towards the Tokyo residential complex, but why his family as well? They went through the same hardships. Gaku, why are you so angry at your family? Would you mind telling me? I needed to abate Gaku's anger and get him to fight. I decided to try again.
The reason I was holding down so many jobs at once was to earn enough money to feed my siblings.
Right,
Every
right.
cent I earned disappeared into their stomachs. I'm the one working myself to the bone, but I couldn't even afford to buy a single shirt. And despite all that,
Okay.
they never even thanked me once. They just complained about how there was never enough food or snacks. They treated me like a slave.
I don't know if that's the right...
If anything broke, they
Comment.
figured I'd fix it. They ripped their shirt, Gaku will mend that too. I must have mended their clothes thousands of times.
Do you
I stayed
sound
up
like a
all night
mom?
just to sew for them. They're little parasites that drained me of my time and money.
I'm gonna say it. Nope, that's fair.
You
That's
sound
fair.
like a mom.
Who are you calling a mom? I would have killed for a mom. Bring me a rich, nurturing biddy who will give me all the chicken tendies I want. Oh gosh. There's nothing I can say to Gaku when he gets like this. I need to do something to get him to express what he's really feeling. Okay. I feel like I didn't wait long enough. I feel like there was a third option.
And despite all that, they just complained
Because,
about how
like,
there was never enough
saying
food
that's
or
how kids
snacks.
are
They
doesn't
treated-
feel
if anything,
correct.
I must have mended their clothes. They're little parasites that, if it weren't for them, I would have had free time and money for myself. I could have bought new clothes, eaten some good food, maybe even moved out on my own. Give me back my time and money! Damn it! Just die! Die, 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 you...
Okay.
Enough already!
Not until society gives me what I'm owed.
Eh.
I turned into such a piece of trash because society sucks. Well, that's just your problem. It's all society's fault, not mine. There's nothing I can say to... Okay, maybe... Is it the first option, or is it... Have I just not waited long enough still? I mean, I suppose I should probably just try...
They just complain.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so I do just need to keep waiting.
That's just how kids are, though.
Well, I'm just a boy and life is a nightmare. I'm the only one making sacrifices. How's that fair? Okay. So I still just have to keep waiting. Understood.
The reason
Once again,
despite all that, they treated
it would be
any
nice to
kindness
have like a
rendered
little
their
bar
clothes
that
down.
shows
They're
how
little
long
parasites that drained me of my... If it weren't-
the conversation will be.
Damn
But I
it,
guess that
just
kind of
die,
ruins...
die. The invaders
the-
can kill every last one of those brats.
That kind of ruins the
I
surprise and
wouldn't even
stuff.
shed a tear.
Are you sure about that? Okay, so just letting him vent was the correct choice. Got it. Damn it! Die! They can all die! They all deserve to die! They all should just die. Then why is it when I imagine them being killed?
I start crying.
Because you truly love them, Gaku! It's because you don't want them to die. Not really. But if you think about it, I'd be way better off without them. They don't add any benefit to my life. Family's not about benefits. You should know that better than anyone. Right. You're trying to convince yourself that you should abandon them, when you know you can't. You're only making yourself suffer. How about you give up and just accept it? Fight to save your siblings. You want me to save the little brats who ruined my life? Damn it, my life sucks! Was I a panty thief in my previous life? That's the worst thing you could think of?
Gaku, if you don't want to help the Tokyo residential complex, that's fine. I'm not doing this to save the world either.
Yeah!
Honestly, as long as I can protect what matters most to me, that's all I care about.
Good! We're getting through him! I took a step closer to him and stared right into his eyes.
You don't need to save the Tokyo residential complex. You don't even need to let go of your hate. Just fight to protect what matters most to you. Like me. For the ones waiting for
And
you at the
then,
group home.
once this is all over, you can fight to make society better! Just fight for your family! Nice! I never asked for all those brothers and sisters, you know? My own parents didn't want me, so who needs family? They just get in the way. Why should I have to keep busting my hump for them, even now? They could be a million miles away for all I know. My whole life, I've had to sacrifice everything for their sakes. Talk about rotten luck. But still, I can't just abandon them. They're family. We might not be related by blood, but they're the only family I've got, you know? Of course. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be there for your family. Is it asking too much for you to fight for them too? Sorry, but can you give me some time alone? I need to think through all this. Sure, I understand. Thanks, man. You're a real decent guy. I feel a little better about myself now. Okay. Sure. Day 15. Give it up for day 15.
Get ready. It's
kind of interesting that we're getting...
Prepare to spend another. Be ready to give your life.
Because the last couple days, I don't remember us getting an actual morning announcement thing. The announcement played like usual, and I got out of bed, feeling like it would be just another morning. But then... Okay. Huh? Who could that be? It's probably... You know, we have time. Sure. It's probably both of them. I opened up the door and welcomed my guest inside. Oh, no, it's Darumi. How did you like the meatloaf? A real taste of home, right? Just like Mama used to make. There's a reason for that. I sliced your mother up into little pieces and put her in the... Just kidding. You've been Darumi'd.
Hey!
Yeah, sure, you got me. Did you want something or did you just come here to prank me? Don't shoot the messenger, bro. Mistress Hiroko sent me on important business. Mistress Hiroko? She wants you and me and Takemaru and Eito to meet up in the cafeteria. That means right the F now, mister. Anyway, now you know. I have to go tell the others. Mistress Hiroko's orders must be carried out promptly and efficiently. Okay. Darumi bounded away, leaving chaos and confusion in her wake. That is the most perfect description of her ever. Another meeting, huh? But it's only us this time. The deadline's tomorrow, so maybe Hiroko wants to discuss what that test she mentioned. Well, only one way to find out. Cafeteria, here I come. Right. Well... anything else going on? No? Okay. Well, I think we have a little bit more time, so let's just go for it. Why not? Alright, what do we got? You're all here. You bet we are! I gathered them all up, just like you told me. I can see that. You did an admirable job, Darumi. Mistress praised me. I'm sorry, what's this about? Did something happen between those two? Come on, let's hear it. What do you want this time? I want a report on your progress. How are your attempts to win over the non-fighters going? So this was part of your plan. Have you managed to convince them yet? You only have one day left. Well, not all of them, but I think Tsubasa and Gaku are starting to come around. I see. That's good. I didn't expect you to convert all 5, of course, but we can deal with the holdouts later. Deal with them how? True to my original plan, anyone who doesn't have the will to fight will be forced to leave tomorrow. What? Wait a minute. It took a while, but we've made real progress. With just a little more time, I'm sure we can... I'm sorry, but a promise is a promise. I can't go back on my word. But without any protection or battle experience, they'll die out there. If they're not going to contribute to the war effort anyway, what difference does it make? Oh dear. Why does it have to be like this? To defeat the invaders and win the war, naturally. You really think abandoning those guys is going to make it any easier for us to win? I'm certain of it. I've already pointed out the possibility of them drawing the enemy's attention away from the school for a while. There's also the chance that facing real danger will knock some sense to them and finally bring out their fighting spirit. Those chances are slim. It's not worth the risk. There is nothing I won't do for the sake of victory. Allowing victory to elude us would render the risks we've taken and the sacrifices we made up to now completely meaningless. If you have time to spend worrying about the others, I prefer you spend it training to use your hemo anima more effectively. The enemy commanders are far stronger than us. We'll never defeat them if we get too hung up on our own survival. When push comes to shove, we all have to be prepared to give our lives. Okay. As usual, Hiroko left no room for discussion, leaving us alone to mull over her words and consider our options. Such an ice queen. How could anybody not stand? Gosh. Can't believe this, Evie. Good golly. Something she said just now bothers me. Aside from the obvious, you mean? Yes, but never mind. It's probably just my imagination. Nothing worth worrying about. What's our next move? Today's our last chance to save those guys.
Hey!
I'll talk to them one last time. It might not do any good, but it's worth a try. We have to do something, or it'll all be over for them tomorrow. You're right. We can't possibly abandon our friends to such a cruel fate. I won't let Hiroko force them out either. I'll step in to protect them if I have to. You can't use violence and threats to get people to do what you want. Society just doesn't work like that. I never expected Takemaru to be the one to uphold the laws of society. Appearances can be deceiving, I guess. True. Yeah. Honestly, I think you might be my favorite. Truthfully, I think you probably are my favorite. It's there's a lot of people competing for that, but he is consistently like, yes, I love him. In the back of my mind, I'd been hoping really, that Hiroko would go back on her plan and cut the non-fighters some slack. I could see I could see now how foolish I'd been to think that. Even if I've managed to change Tsubasa and Gaku's minds, Shoma and the twins will still have to leave. I can't let that happen. I have to try to talk to them one last time. We haven't talked to them at all in the past 5 days. I should talk to Shoma, Ima, and Kako. Kako? I don't know. Before it's too late. Okay, I believe they're all three back here, right? Yes. Shoma. This is Shoma's room. I wonder if he's in. I rang the doorbell and waited. Eventually, the door slowly opened. Hello. I'm sorry. Please forgive me for ruining your day with my existence. Well, we're off to a great start here. Hey, Shoma. The deadline Hiroko set for you guys is coming up tomorrow, you know? Are you sure you won't reconsider things? At this rate, she really is going to throw you out. Yes, I know. I guess I'll just be thrown out like the trash I am. You don't really want that though, right? You shouldn't expect too much from me. I'm so hopelessly inept that me losing is basically a foregone conclusion, no matter what kind of conflict it is. This isn't some kind of physical or psychological shortcoming I can work on and overcome someday. My uselessness is baked into me at a cellular level. I may as well accept my fate. My staying here would only cause more trouble for everyone. You'll understand what you're saying, right? Once you get beyond the wall of fire, you'll probably die. Yes, I know. I've accepted that too. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it's better to get it over with now so I don't really let you down later. I'm sorry you had to end up here with someone like me. Dang. Shoma bowed his head in a gesture of deep regret and disappeared back into the darkness of his room. Wait, does he not have the lights on or something? That's no good. He's too pessimistic for me to convince him now. Right. This is Kako's room. Maybe she'll be more willing to listen to me today. I rang the doorbell and waited. After a little while, the door was pulled open by a shaky, hesitant hand. Brother dearest, Oh, it's you, Takumi. Sorry if I surprised you. I just wanted to ask you something. Have you made your decision on what you're going to say tomorrow? If you don't agree to fight like the rest of us, you'll have to leave. I know, but my dear brother said he had a plan. He said there's no need for me to fight. Just like he said there's no need for me to ever get married or leave home. I feel like that's a discussion for another day. Okay, but let's put Ima and his plan aside for now. What do you want to do? Me? You're your own person. You can make your own choices. Your brother be damned. No, literally, like, damn him. Damn him to hell. I don't say that lightly. I'm a person who doesn't usually swear. Was it really that hard of a question? I don't really know. My dear brother usually handles all the big decisions. It's no different now. I have no choice but to go along with what he says. All right, I guess that's that then. Thank you for coming. Kako bowed uncertainly and closed the door, being careful to avoid making eye contact the whole time.
Hey!
That's about what I expected. I can't imagine a timid girl like that ever going out on the battlefield. This is Ima's room. Let's see if he's around. I rang the doorbell and waited. A moment later, the door was thrown open. Oh, Mr. Sumino, it's you. To what do I owe the pleasure? Don't tell me you're still hoping to convert me to your side. How much do you think you can achieve in just one day? Ima, please, at least think about this. I've done all the thinking I need to, Mr. Sumino. My safety is guaranteed, thanks to the plan I've come up with. Huh? Oh, right. You mentioned before that you had a plan of your own. It's a simple enough solution. All I need is a way for me and my dear sister to remain at the academy without needing to fight. There's no way Hiroko is going to allow that. That's the problem my strategy aims to address.
Hey!
And what is this strategy exactly? Oh, I'm so sorry, but I can't tell you that. If you knew about it, it would lose all strategic value. I see! Ima waved me goodbye and closed the door, his easy smile devoid of any kind of fear or anxiety. He seems so confident. I hope the secret plan of his isn't anything violent. I've talked to all 3 of the remaining non-fighters, but it hasn't done any good. I've done what I can now. I guess I'll just go back to my room. Okay, are we gonna get free time then, or... Okay, so we don't get morning free time, but we might get afternoon free time. I had a feeling it would turn out this way, but I'm still not happy about it. If those 3 really are kicked out tomorrow, what'll happen to them then? Isn't there anything I can do? Oh, hello. I wonder who that could be. Has one of them changed their mind after all? Wait, I should have probably waited on that. You know what? Hold on. We're going to stop here. Next time, we will find out who's at the door. So look forward to that. But for now, that's going to be it. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please let me know down in the comments below. And maybe leave a like. And if you want to catch the next episode as it comes out, go ahead and hit subscribe. But for now, that's it. So, see ya.